Hello, good day. Today we're going to have another lesson, and the literary device that we're going to study is symbolism. Alright, let's get to know what it is. Symbolism is the use of symbols to signify ideas and qualities. Words and actions take on symbolic meanings that are different from their literal sense. So it allows the writer to explore profound ideas. It is an opportunity to think of the broader implications of common objects or actions. Symbolism Symbolisms differ in meaning depending on the context, where it is used, when it is used, and how it is used. Let's take a look at some of the common examples of symbolisms. Here is a picture of a chain. On one hand, a chain symbolizes union, the union of two metals. But on the other hand, because it has been used in our culture for years and years, for centuries, as the what we use when we're imprisoning someone, a chain also symbolizes imprisonment. So a symbolism can have dual meanings, not just dual but multiple meanings. And it is very important to take a look at how it has been used in a specific poetry. All right, so that's chain. Let's take a look at some examples, other examples. The second one, if you look at that, that's a fire, right? A flame, a simple one, symbolizes wisdom and knowledge, the spark of intelligence, right? However, on the other hand, a raging fire symbolizes anger, punishment, and destruction. So, again, duality of meanings. Now, let's take a look at the common symbolisms of colors. The color red symbolizes love, right? Intense love. But on the other hand, because the color red is intense, it also symbolizes anger. So, on one hand, it symbolizes love, but it also symbolizes anger. On the other strata, right, on the color scheme, when you look at the color blue, it gives you a sense of calmness. So, blue symbolizes calmness. But something that is too calm can also connote something sad. So blue also symbolizes melancholy, sadness, a deep, deep sadness. All right, so these are common symbolisms. Now, how do we apply that when we're creating poetry or when we're reading poetry? Let's start with my own poetry, a very simple poetry. This is entitled Dice. Let's read it. When adrenaline pulses through the veins and crazy notions engulf the senses, one steps beyond comfort zones and sees the impossible. And so the dice has been rolled. Let the hand of God set where it may. So the dice, a common object that is used when you're playing something, had taken on a more profound, a more meaningful meaning. And in this poetry, in this specific poetry, dice symbolizes fate. Fate, a random set of events, but these random set of events are ordained by the higher being. So dice symbolizes fate. Now let's take a look at another poetry. This one is something that is very famous right now. This has been recited by Amanda Garman during the inauguration of the President of United States of America, Dr. Joe, no, not Dr., but President Joe Biden, last January 2021. And Amanda Gorman, a black young girl, recited this. And here's the extract. Here are some extracts from the poetry. The Hill We Climb by Amanda Gorman. When day comes, we ask ourselves where we can find light in this never-ending shade. The loss we carry, a sea we must wade. We've braved the belly of the beast. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace, and the norms and notions of what justice isn't always justice. What's really amazing about this very short extract is that it is steeped with symbolisms. So when we look at it, light symbolizes hope for better living conditions. Now we're going back to context. Prior to President Joe Biden, the president of the United States of America was Donald Trump, and Donald Trump's administration was infamous for sowing discrimination, hatred, racism, and in fact, right before the inauguration of the President Joe Biden, the president, the ex-president Donald Trump actually rallied people, started a riot that had killed some people. So the beast there, right? Amanda says we braved the belly of the beast. The beast there symbolizes not just Donald Trump, but his leadership, right? A leadership that had sown and normalizes division, hatred, and discrimination. And racism, right? Discrimination against people based on their color. And for the past few years, that discrimination had caused the loss of lives of some people. So the beast there symbolizes that leadership. Light symbolizes hope for better living conditions. Shade symbolizes the difficult circumstances that people are living with. And what's really amazing with the word shade is that it is also a concrete allusion to people of color. It is a recognition of, people of color, the many people of colors that are living in America and in the world. C symbolizes the perilous circumstances that they're living with. And because what comes after the C is the loss we carry. The loss we carry. C could also symbolize deep grief. Another is quiet symbolizes a refusal to speak up in front of injustice. So this is the second meaning of quiet, right? On one hand, what the usual symbolism of quiet is peace. But Amanda Gorman is saying that it is not. In fact, before, quiet has been used to indicate a refusal to speak up in front of the injustice. And Amanda Gorman is saying that no, it is not, right? The norms and notion of what just isn't always justice. Quiet isn't always peace. Quiet isn't always peace. And there is a need to speak up in front of injustice. There is a need to use words to speak up against injustice. The poetry that Amanda Gorman has created is steeped with symbolisms, but she herself is actually symbolic. When she steps up in that podium, she is representing the black, skinny, female, poor, raised by a single mother. And she is saying to the entire world that someone like her has the capacity to rise into positions of power and influence. And it's a powerful message. It's a message for everyone. If she can do it, everyone can. Representation matters. So that was a great poetry, and that's our discussion regarding symbolism. Now, these are the references that I've used. I've also want to thank a lot of photographers who are putting their work on Pexels. You are making our teaching more vivid and more enticing to our students because of the visuals that you're providing. Thank you. All right, so these are the references. Check them out if you want to know more about poetry. All right, so that's our discussion, and that's symbolism in poetry. My name is Herbel Santiago. I'm creating video lessons for my students and for all the students all over the world. If you want to read more of my works, please visit herbelsantiagomanunulat.wordpress.com. click the subscribe button and scroll. I have put in some of my works right here. If this has helped you, share. Share other students. Share it to other students, so it will also help them. I wish that you will have a great day ahead of you today. That's it for today. Bye.